Good morning. I want to talk to you today about something that I think a lot of people have problems with from time to time, and that's finding a cobbler who can make repairs or upgrades to Western or cowboy boots. So in 2017, I was looking to have a pair of cowboy boots resoled and re-heeled, and looked around all over the country, found several places, but they had such a huge backlog that it was almost impossible to get the boots into a cobbler and get them repaired. I got to looking on Facebook and found a boot company that offered a service such as that, and I inquired about costs and some pictures and references and things like that, and so I received a lot of pictures back from the guy, and everything looked to be legit as far as the amount of work that he had done on the boots and you know, that the end result. And so we agreed on a price, and the pair of boots that I had was a pair of Bona Allen lizard, peanut brittle lizard skin boots that were 8.5D when I purchased them. And these boots were purchased back in 1983, and they were absolutely immaculate except for the sole wear, and I had a crack on the vamp on one of the boots. And so he said he could repair those, sent pictures and everything, and ended up about 3 months later I got the boots back. And of course, if you can see here, this is what I got back. From a distance, they don't look really bad. I mean, they really don't. You know, from an arm's length away from the camera, they don't look that bad. But the boot was actually peanut brittle, not black. And so once I sent them out there to him, he said, "Hey," he said, "you know, we did some skin repair, and with the skin repair, the skin was so discolored as far as two different colors not matching, he suggested to dye the boots black and leave the shaft in the peanut brittle color, cognac color. And also suggested, hey, let's go with a lighter heel stack and side of the sole." So anyway, I agreed to those things, and of course this is what I got back. And so when I say look for a quality cobbler, look for someone that you know for a fact has sent product out, and you've talked to those folks, you've referenced those folks. This is what I got back. You can see the condition of the skins. I mean, they're just really bad. Okay, really bad. He said there was no way he could fix that and repair that. Also, there was no marks on the shafts. There were no marks on the pull straps. The boots were just absolutely fabulous. There was no damage to the upper vamp, which you can see there is just completely obliterated. I mean, it's completely opened up. But anyway, if you'll also notice, look at the banjo strings of the way that they did the sewing. You can see how that is. This is what I got back. Just absolutely horrible. Quality of work is horrible. Not only did they cut the shafts down. Now keep in mind, I said 8.5D. These boots fit like a glove. They weren't too tight. They were perfect. They were broken in. I got them back, and they cut the shafts down for a child. Have no idea. Can't understand for the life of me why they would have cut the shafts down, but they did. Not only did they do that, but they just destroyed the straps. You can see how bad a shape that the lizard is on the shafts. This is the type of sole work that they done. I mean, it sounds like wood. It's horrible. I don't know what quality of leather that is, but it's very, very hard, as you can hear. The heel cap's not the worst I've ever seen, but notice the type of detail work that's done on the heel. This one's nowhere near as bad as the other boot is. This boot here is horrible. Can you imagine how long that's going to last? Look at the separation of the stacked heel. Remember, they replaced the stacked heel, and there was no reason to replace it but he ended up replacing the heel stack. So, all right, so enough about these. They are pretty much destroyed. Essentially, they're nothing more than a table display from a distance because they ruined them. Not only did they do that, they rounded the toe more, so I can't even get my feet in the shoe. You can't get them in the shaft, and once you get them in, they're too tight. They're way too tight. So anyway, end result is this. When you're looking to have some repairs done to your shoes, to your boots, make sure that you seek out a quality cobbler. Now, having said that, these boots sat and sat and sat. Well, I also had a pair of Nakona Python. These boots, folks, are 34 years old. I'm getting ready to show you. And so, once again, I got to looking for someone to do a sole repair or replacement with a full sole and a heel cap. That's all I needed. The shoes are absolutely beautiful shape. And so, as I had said, I had looked on Facebook, I had looked on YouTube, and for whatever reason, I searched on YouTube a different way back in late November of 2020. And the very first video that popped up was from a company in Snellville, Georgia, Snellville Shoe Repair. And I reached out to them by phone and spoke to Zane, who is the son of Scott Maddox, the owners of Snellville Shoe Repair. And I had looked at the videos, I'd looked at their Facebook page and seen the product they was turning out, and I decided, okay, these are the folks I'm going to take a chance on. And I sent the boots to them. As soon as they got them, he notified me and let me know that he had them. And this is the shoe, the boot that I sent. Remember, 34 years old, Nakona. The reason I show you this is because all of this is still intact, okay? All this is still intact. Beautiful work. These shoes are just absolutely beautiful. You can see how nice the scales are on them, and these shoes were worn. The soles, if I could compare anything, I'm going to take a pair of boots that I've got here to the side, and that's about what they looked like when I sent them. As far as the wear, there was a little more wear on these shoes than are on these. So anyway, I sent them to him. Zane reached out to me and Scott as well, and asked me exactly how I wanted to do the shoes. I wanted to put the white stitching back in them that came from the boot factory that way, and leave the shoe exactly the way it was. Here's my end result. The reason I tell you, you have to seek out quality cobblers to do quality work, this is what I got back. Absolutely amazing at the detail that they put in these boots. I cannot tell you how impressed I was. I cannot tell you how satisfied I was. I can assure you that Zane and Scott will be getting my business again and again and again. I have more boots than I'll ever wear, I'm sure, as my wife will tell you. But vintage boots are unlike things that you buy today. They wear different, they feel different, they last longer. Not saying that the materials that you buy today is not as good. They are nice quality out there, but there's nothing like a pair of vintage boots that was handmade, 100% handmade. Both boots are absolutely beautiful. I cannot tell you how impressed I was. The other great thing is, if you'll notice the logo, I asked could they put that in. They were able to laser that into the sole of the boot. Folks, I tape every pair of soles on every pair of boots that I wear every time I wear them, and I remove the tape. So I use like a contractor's painter's tape, and I put over them to save the soles. This is absolute beautiful quality. JR soles that was placed on, the best sole that's made. That's what I got from Snellville. This is the garbage that I got from a company that I don't want to reference. If you wish to message me, I don't mind giving you the name, but I'm not giving them any type of publicity. The only thing they deserve is bad publicity. But that's in the past. This is the future. Having said that, After I reached back out to these folks, they finally agreed if I would spend a couple $100 more, they would give me the credit that they charged on this repair, which they only gave me half credit. We agreed to a pair of French toe alligator boots, 9D, and this is what I received. It's not even the same color. The color was supposed to have been a chocolate vamp with a cognac top. This is what I got, white and chocolate. This is definitely not a French toe. If you'll look closely, you can see that the stitching that was done, they even it looks to me like white shoe polish and tried to color up the stitching. I'm not sure if it's white stitching or what it is, but you can tell the type of quality. This boot fits. It's a little bit tight right here at the ball of the foot, but there's 2 inches of toe. So these could be repaired, I think, and make a pair of boots that I could hopefully wear. This is the type of sole that was done. It's not horrible. It is better fitting than these, but a square, I've never seen square heels like this. So what I'm telling you is this, both of them are different colors because they're so dirty. The tops are white, but they're dirty. And I've never been able to wear them because, one, they fit more like a 8.5 across the ball of the foot than they do a 9D. So I'm thinking what I may end up doing. I talked to Scott about trying to see if he could do anything to those bone Allens, but even if we repaired the vamps, I still can't get my foot in the shaft. I don't know if there's anything you could do there. But I got to thinking, maybe I send these to Scott and Zane and maybe relast them, resole them, you know, square up the toe to where they don't look so pointed, and maybe replace the stack and make a more traditional boot out of it, and I could wear these. So that's my plan. I'm also going to send these to them. This is a pair of Eldorado elephant skin. Once again, you can see what the soles look like. They will be similar to this when they're done. But anyway, so bottom line today's video. Make sure that you do the research to find a reputable quality cobbler to do any of your cowboy boot repairs. Because, like I said, this was such a vintage find. Bona Allen went out of business. These things were beautiful. Now they're destroyed. I can't get that back. If you care about your cowboy boots and your western boots, please take the time to do the quality research. And hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you again on the next video. Thank you.